Hey, welcome to Like It Really Is with Maurice, the show where truth meets empowerment and conversation sparks change. I am an entertainment industry veteran with over 40 years of experience. This program dives deep into the topics that shape our communities, challenge our perception, and inspire progress. As a founder of CEO and CEO of Saver, an organization dedicated to education, advocacy, and uplifting inner city youth, I bring a wealth of knowledge, passion, and lived experience to every discussion, from exploring societal challenges and personal triumphs to sharing candid insights from special guests. Like It Really is your platform for real stories, unfiltered truth, and actionable inspiration. Welcome to Like It Really Is. Let's make a change together. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I want to just say it's a beautiful day today. A little cold out here in New York City, but that's usual at this time of year. Um, Man, I was sitting back checking out everything that was going on today, man. It's just really a lot of stuff going on as far as Wendy's concerned, and a lot of conversation online. People are, the bloggers are already about to go out and start to attack this whole conversation. That happened on the Breakfast Club this morning, with Wendy Williams speaking her truth. And I'm just going to be really real. Like today, this is not like a regular show. This is just, I'm really going to really get real and kind of get like speak real about this whole situation, because me as a cousin, I have certain feelings about this whole situation. Some of my feelings might not line up with other people's feelings, but at the same time, it's a conversation, and it's something that's needed to be talked about. Now, as everybody knows, you hear it all over the blogs that Wendy is in a facility, and and in this facility there's rules where she can't leave out. uh, she has she can't have certain things. She can't have telephones, laptops. you know uh, when you can't really come and visit her. When you try to visit her, they give you a problem. For example, Lauren from the Breakfast Club, she went to the facility to speak to Wendy, and I guess on the phone with her, and lining things up, trying to make contact with her. And she had a big problem, where like a bunch of guys came out and started to, uh, I guess, harass her or just make her feel uncomfortable or whatever the case may be. Um, but they did tell her that she's not there, which is pretty crazy to me, and like, I know about prison, and I know that what it feels like to be locked up. I know, and understand what it means to have that gate slammed, and you're looking on the outside, but you're stuck inside. It's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. And the Guardian, the young lady, what's her name, Sabrina Morrison, uh, she's really not helping the situation at all by putting out all of this misinformation, saying that Wendy's lost her mind or crazy or whatever way she put it. It just seems a little bit fishy to me. Now, let me just say this. I really didn't want to speak on this situation too deep, and that's really why I haven't really came on and said anything about it, because it's really something that we've been, as a family, have kept kind of quiet. The only thing that I would tell people, that she's all right, and don't believe, all of what you hear on TV, radio, whatever the case may be, because 9 out of 10 times, a lot of those people are just trying to get views, trying to get money, and this is the internet, this is the world we live in today. Everything is about content, stuff like that, and views. As you know, I don't monetize, so I'm not really worrying about the money part of it. I do worry about the views. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, I just like to see that I have more than enough people, that's kind of, online with me and checking out what's going on. I don't know. I got a few things I want to talk about, when it comes down to, Wendy. Now, by this time, maybe later on this afternoon. Right now it's about 2:15. I heard about this maybe like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning, and I know after this, the bloggers are going to go crazy. People are going to, want to, put up all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if I have to sit here and actually speak and tell you guys what specifically is going on. Now, there's some things that issues that she has that she has a problem with, and that's not being able to see her father. His birthday is coming up, and and not even just a birthday, just the missing of your father. Your father's in the 90s. When your parents are in that age, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And here you are, locked in this facility where you can't get out, you can't come and go. You already lost your mother, and now your father's at that age, and God forbid if something happens, you're not there. It's really, really a sad situation. And I'm gonna play a little bit of what was said at that time, and maybe you guys can hear it and get what you feel. Hopefully you can hear it.
About who's holding me hostage.
Sabrina Morrissey, your guardian. We got to say her name. We got to put her name out there. Sabrina Morrissey.
Well, listen. I don't know that she's going to let me, because she already said to see my dad for his birthday. He's going to be 94. So, and all I can, look. Please continue to talk, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, look, can I say something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know, you lost your grandmother, Alex. Wendy, you lost your mother. You were in the conservatorship when that happened.
Here's the thing. She was not in a conservatorship when that happened, but that period of time was right before. And to know that she may not be able to come down here for my grandfather's 94th birthday, every day is not promised. Right. One thing that I know that my aunt wanted, and we talked about this ad nauseum, she wants to be here for his birthday. And the fact that they're playing games about my grandfather being able to see his daughter and my aunt.
Now, this is, like I said, this is like kind of crazy. Like, just to sit back and like hear this is. Let me bring the mic over here. To sit back and to actually hear this is kind of crazy, because it reminds me of someone being locked up, right? And their parents pass away, and you have to be sent to the funeral or the burial in shackles. That's what that reminds me of. which is crazy. What I would love to do and love to see, right, is a lot of you content creators out here that are out here trying to make money and, trying to get views or whatever the case may be. I would love for you guys to come together with me and let's try to do something to really make a change. See, there's other people out here that have the same situation. Britney Spears had that same situation. And let me say this. Yes, I'm not condoning everything about my cousin. Yes, there are some problems that need to be dealt with. And alcoholism is, a problem, when you're overdosing or you're doing too much. But even in a program, and let me just be specific. Let me just say this is that because I noticed on Don Lemon's show, they were speaking about a lot of stuff too as well. But even in recovery, they give you like a 12-step program, and you could take that with you and the encouragement of a higher power, right? So this is what is given to you, right? You get that 12-step program where you have to abide by those 12 steps, and we'll read the 12 steps in a minute. And then hopefully you have a higher power when you walk out the door. So, there's a couple of comments. I know I'm getting off keel a little bit. There was a comment on Don Lemon's podcast that said, "Is the family a bad influence?" And I know I kind of switched up, but I just wanted to touch on this. Those when you come out of recovery, now if it's a long-term recovery, the most I've ever seen long-term recovery is 2 years. And after that, it's over. You have your book, you have your spirituality, your higher power, hopefully, and you go out and you live your life. Now, a lot of people that do 30 days, 4 months, or 2 months, they don't change. They come back out and they do the same thing. You know what I mean? But when you have a long term of breaking away from alcoholism and or drugs, you begin to forget about it, right? So the thing is that, we have to give people a chance. And what I was saying before is if we can come together, all you content creators, right, and fight the good fight, okay? All YouTube creators, and just come together and be a force to be reckoned with. Now, how do we do that? Well, I'm suggesting that we meet up at City Hall sometime very soon. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out what this bill is that is on the table, right? Because there's a bill that's on the table, supposedly, that is supposed to allow people that are under guardianships to see their family. You know what I mean? A whole host of different things that's on this bill, that's on the table, that hasn't been passed, because there's a lot of people that are stuck in guardianships and they can't get out. So what I'm proposing is that all you YouTubers, you content creators in the New York City area, stay tuned to my page, because soon I'm going out with my camera and I'm going to go to City Hall and we're going to talk to some of these politicians and we're going to find out what is this bill that is supposed to change this guardianship situation. Because again, I don't think that we'll be able to fight this fight with the actual facility, right? I think that it has to go bigger than that. You know, yes, there are, you know, a lot of limitations she has to deal with when it comes down to, you know, seeing family, you know, calling out, you know, having, you know, and I understand that they want to keep you away from your family, you know, because even in your, when you're in a program, they keep you away from your family, but they also find out your story as well and find out who were the problems in your life, who were the people that caused problems in your life, and those are the people that they try to keep away from you. And so it's just a lot, you know. I mean, you know, when your money's tied up, and you know, and everything is you're in an isolated situation, it could just be very, very uncomfortable. So that brings me on to my next conversation, right? So as we understand that she is in isolation, but I don't think people really know what isolation can really do to you. You know what I mean? I don't think people can really. Let me just say this: the side effects of isolation is mental and emotional effects. Depression, extended isolation can result in sadness, hopelessness, and disinterest in daily activities. Anxiety, isolation may heighten feelings of worry, fear, or discomfort, particularly regarding social interactions or the future. Loneliness, a strong sense of disconnection from others, can negatively impact emotional health. Cognitive decline, lack of social interaction can impair brain functions, leading to memory problems and challenges with concentration and decision making. Also, the low self esteem. Okay, low self esteem. Absence of social validation can cause individuals to feel unworthy or uninvolved. I'm sorry, unloved. Now, let's talk about the physical effects of being isolated, right? Weakened immune system, stress from isolation can make the body more vulnerable to illness. Poor sleep, isolation can disrupt sleep patterns, resulting in insomnia and inadequate rest. Increased risk of chronic conditions. Long-term isolation is associated with heart disease, obesity, and hypertension. Fatigue, insufficient stimulation, and physical activity can lead to persistent tiredness. Okay, so you see, I'm going down the list, right? I'm going down the list, and I'm talking about all of these things that are the side effects. And this is not just something that Wendy needs to listen to, but I think this is something that we all need to listen to as far as isolation is concerned and what it can do to you if you stay to yourself too long, you know. And so here's the other thing, right? So uh when you look at this moment now and you say, well, what's going on with Wendy? Why is she crying? Why is she upset? Let me just say this, right? On the other hand, of the mental part of the side effects, there are behavioral side effects. Okay. And social withdrawal over time, isolation may reduce likelihood of seeking social connection, reinforcing the cycle. Substance abuse. Some individuals may resort to drugs or alcohol as a means of coping with loneliness or sadness. Risky behavior. The absence of social accountability can lead to engaging in harmful or impulsive actions. Listen, this goes for everybody, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you guys want to go see something on YouTube, and I get it, but sometimes we have to sit and we have to like take a moment and like reevaluate what it is that we're doing here. we have to reevaluate what we are doing to ourselves. And I always say this, I say we have to step out of the box and look at the box. Now, let me just continue in saying that impacts on children and adolescents can be a little bit different, right? Delayed social development, isolation during critical development periods can impede emotional intelligence and social skills. Increased risk of depression and anxiety. Younger individuals may experience feelings of rejection or neglect. Academic decline, reduce interaction with peers or educators can adversely affect performance and motivation. So, like I said, we're not just talking about Wendy, we're talking about a lot of people too as well. You know what I mean? Like, this is what she's going through is kind of helping us be able to understand a few things. And family is important. Family is important, and it's sometimes family don't get to get, and I'm stuttering because like sometimes families don't come together like they're supposed to, and there's always some kind of a drama or negative that stops people from communicating with each other. Sometimes people do things and you don't never want to speak to them again because of what they do. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to say to you that I am the best example of making amends, right? But I do make amends, right? And these kind of things are important for mental growth, but a couple of tips that you guys can do if you are suffering with isolation or anything like that, and I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I have a lot to say. But I'm going to give you a couple of tips. Connect with friends, family, or support groups. Participate in community activities or hobbies. Seek professional assistance if feelings of isolation become overwhelming. Use technology to maintain connection. Exercise and establish a routine to enhance mental and physical well-being. Addressing isolation promptly can help alleviate its effects and enhance overall health. So yeah, I mean, listen, this is a serious situation. It's already been like 3 years now. She's been there, and I know there's, I'm going to look up and see if, who is there a bill about guardianship, right? So I don't know. Is there a bill? Let's ask. Let's ask Alexa. Alexa, is there a bill going to be passed about guardianship? Oh, I guess she doesn't know. Yeah, technology. There's a bill on the table about guardianship. Okay. All right, so there's a bill, guardianship bill of rights. Yes, okay. Okay, so there's a guardianship accountability bill in 1921. it seems like this guardianship situation is pretty serious, because you can go online and you can actually find out um, the guardianship laws and stuff like that. But this is what we're going to do on this channel. We're going to go deep into finding out what this guardianship bill is, and we're going to see if we can apply pressure to the government to fight this guardianship bill of rights. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, everybody, I know a lot of people out there got love for Wendy, and then there's some people out there that are saying, yeah, this is something that she deserves, and she deserves it. She's been talking about people for a long time, and she's been saying this and that about people. But let me just say this, right? There's a clip, right, that I don't know if I'm going to be able to let you listen to all of it, but there's a clip, right, of Wendy on the radio talking about me. When I used to live in Yonkers, like she made a few comments, right, and it was kind of disheartening, but at the same time, it looked like she kind of was bigging me up a little bit. But then it was a little disheartening, and the reason why is because, you see, our family has been kind of distant from each other for kind of a long time, and and we're trying to get back together and communicate and reach out. People are passing away. My brother passed away. There's people don't live forever, and so we try to stay connected. You know what I mean? All right. So there was a flick that I had, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show the whole thing, but I'm going to see if I can actually show it. Let me see if I can show it, and if it was going to come out. I don't know. All right. So that's not the one. All right. So I guess the point of what I'm trying to say is this, right? Like, okay. Okay. So, all right. I'm over here looking for it, guys. Excuse me, guys. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear different stuff. Don't mind me. I'm looking for that flick that but I can't find it. It's probably a good thing that I can't find it, because it was kind of off the hook. But here's the point. There was a time when Wendy said some things about me, and not about me, but speaking about cousins and how she's distant from cousins and stuff like that. But she gave me props in some good ways too as well, right? And so I could hold that against her for a long time and say, you know what, you said this about me on the radio and this and that, so you get what you deserve, because this. But what is that? What is that? What kind of an individual is that? Like, nah, yeah, that happened. The thing is to come back and to communicate with each other and be like, listen, I didn't really mean, don't take that to heart. But we don't, like I said, I don't take it to heart, period, because it really didn't matter to me at all. But I'm bringing that up to say that this country and this world, we don't forgive. We have a hard time forgiving. We really do. And I know I have a hard time forgiving. I got a niece that I felt that did some things that were foul, and I have not spoken to her as of yet. But in my heart, right, I want to make amends, but I have to work towards that and be able to communicate without, in my mind, feeling that same anger inside. And so that right there is growth. being able to forgive. So all you people that are like casting, all of these words saying like, she deserved what she got, and have a little bit of forgiveness and understand the industry. The industry is not a very easy place to be. You know what I mean? I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've chose my route. Right now, did I have a fall? Yes, I did. I had a fall, but then I picked myself back up again. You know what I mean? I picked myself up again, and I kept going. But the thing about it is that I didn't move out of the town that I lived in called Yonkers. And Yonkers is a small town, and everybody knows everybody. And what they do is they will talk about you and talk about you, and the hate sometimes is crazy. But it's not just in Yonkers. This is all over the world. People are like that. Some people have mental issues, and they try to put it on other people. You know what I mean? So I went through my phases, but I came out of it. And I'm sure that she can come out of what she's going through with flying colors. But this whole thing of putting her in a situation where she's in somewhat of a prison. Now we're gonna have to do something about that, y'all. We're gonna have to come together, y'all. Just like I said, subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be out there trying to make some moves. And yeah, this is crazy. Let's listen to more of what's going on the Breakfast Club.
Not being able to see her father. I'm sorry. That is just absolutely sickening.
Like I'm exhausted thinking about what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? At 94, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. I have things from my dad that's in storage, and they're little things that I say, I'm not going to give it to him, but I'm going to show them and make them so that they look perfect on me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know how to sew. I've known how to sew for years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, I want to give my dad some sort of fragrance. I want to go to Sephora and pick and choose. What? I might not be.
Yeah.
My life is like fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, and I shouldn't have bit into that while I'm on the thing like that, but let me tell you this, right? That right there, it made a lot of people emotional. She lost her mother. Does anybody, like, my mother's still here, thank God. But I can't even fathom the thought of what it feels like to lose your mother. Can we take a minute and think of it, what it is like? I shouldn't eat that carrot, but let me say this. I love my mother very much, right? And regardless of the relationships that people have with their parents, there's still a love there. There's always going to be a love there. And then there's also a worry of, if your parents are going to pass away and you'll be out here alone in these here streets. Because a lot of people, the person that sticks to them the most is their mother. Some people have a single family home, and that's all they have is their mother. So losing your mother can be really, really big. But here we have a situation where the father is up in age, and you want to try to have as much memories as possible or she is trying to have as much memories as possible with him, and have to go through all of this craziness, you know? I don't know. It's a lot going on in this world today. A lot of things we have to deal with and focus on. Let's listen to some more of what's going on here.
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the Guardian because of maybe this phone call, or because of
wow, we talked about that. My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Okay, so this is again serious. Listen, leave your name in the comments if you want to participate, or if you want to come down, or anytime that I go out on these ventures, you want to be a part of it. Just leave your name in the comments, and you can also email me at modevtiff@yahoo.com. I'll put that down in the bottom here so you guys can check it out. You guys can still hear me, right? Okay, good. Let me turn that around. All right, so this is where we are today. So it's like, and then the thing that kind of upset me today really was, Don Lemon, he got kicked off of his show or whatever, the news or whatever. And, we see these people that are trying to get views. And what they're doing is they're trying to make it sound like, what do you think? Do you think she's crazy or not? Do you think do you think that she's lost her mind? Is she the same Wendy as before? Like, and then, people are asking for help, and you like, I don't know. You're like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Listen, well, I know what to do. And it's going to be whether I have you guys or I don't have you guys. I'm going out there, and we're going to see if we can make some changes and shed some light on this situation. So again, if you want to be involved in that, you can. You can also go to Instagram, Like It Really Is Unplugged, and you can go check out that page, and we can come together on Instagram as well, because we're going to try to have a movement of a bunch of people, that have love for Wendy and that want to be supportive of Wendy, to come together, and we're going to storm City Hall. We're going to do whatever it takes in order to make change. Now, let me say this. We will not be going to her facility. We will not be going there, because already, after all of this craziness going on, I believe that there's going to be a change in her facility, and there's going to be a change in something. But again, this channel is not a monetized channel, and I don't think I'm ever going to do that. And that's just my choice, because I don't want to. I come on when I feel like I need to, when I want to speak about something, something's on my mind. There's been a lot of things going on, and I haven't been talking about it. But the reason I haven't been talking about it is because I've been working on some things of my own, which has taken me like 100% of my time. And so, like I said, Like It Really Is Unplugged on Instagram. I think it's Like It Really Is Unplugged on TikTok. I don't know if we're going to have TikTok anymore. yeah, and I'm on LinkedIn and WhatsApp and whatever. Just lock in. Go to my Facebook page, Maurice Bamboo Savier, and you could leave me a message there too as well. We'll be having some conversations about the process. And a lot of times, guys, you may not see me here. That's because I'm posting on Facebook, right? Now, if you don't have to, I'm not trying to make you do a whole bunch of stuff. But if you want to, if you feel like you want to, go over to Facebook and friend me on Facebook. And this way you can see stuff kind of like straight out, like live. You know what I mean? All right. All right. So, man, that's I got some comments. So let me check out some of these comments. Um, H. Fisher says, I love Wendy. I love Wendy. I don't know any judge can deny her the right for her to reside with her family. I love Wendy. I don't know how any judge can deny her the right. Yeah, no, that Fisher, that's definitely the truth. Um, you know, um, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is not just for Wendy. This is going to be this movement is for people that have this similar problem, this similar situation, and it just so happens to be somebody in my family that's going through it. And it's kind of crazy to watch. You know, Fisher, just listen. We'll link up. Matter of fact, let me just put my email in the let me put my email down here. All right. And not only will I put it there, I'm going to put it somewhere else for anybody in the New York area. And even if you're outside of the New York area, we're going to try to make this movement happen. And if we can shake some limbs, shake the tree, and find out a little more information about the location of not the location of, but any kind of situation that, as far as like how we're going to structure it, what is needed, who do we talk to, um, where's this guardianship live, because we might have to go to her house and do something, not do something, okay, but just picket or protest or stuff like that. We're non-violent over here. We don't, just want to put that out there. We're not going to go beat up anybody, hurt anybody, anything like that. This is about, we're going to fight. We're going to see if we can help somebody that's in a situation. Let's see if we can. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's my email address, guys. Um, if you want to be a part of this movement, and again, as we go through this video, it's just like, it's just a lot going on. Let's listen to some more of what's going on with Wendy.
Yeah. And you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Wow. Like, what the hell?
Like, she can get moved and we may not even know where she is. Wow. That was the reality of where she was during the documentary. We weren't permitted to go see her. So this whole documentary aired. Nobody's able to call her. Nobody's able to see her. The reason why I was doing the stuff with The View and Good Morning America was because she was nowhere to be found.
Yo, listen, that sounds like prison. If that does not sound like prison, I don't know what to say, because that's what they do. They switch you from one jail, prison, to another prison. Anybody out there know about this prison situation? It's a lot. Let's go into the chat and let's see what what's being said here. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't see the chat. Oh man, something similar. Okay. Fisher says something similar happened to my aunt. Really? You said sneaker or air tag. That's funny. That would be hilarious to do that. Um, what happened to your aunt? Can you like let us know what? I mean, is this something? Is this kind of is it the similar situation that's happening now? I mean, listen, people that got money, like Britney Spears, can probably or that are famous probably can rally up the communities and get help and all of that kind of stuff like we're doing now. But there's many people that's probably there that cannot rally up the massive, and they're like stuck. So this is not just a fight for Wendy. This is a fight for people. Now, I understand if there's people are not fit to be on their own. Okay, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? Um, you know, all of those things should be evaluated. All of those things should be evaluated before you understand what I'm saying? So we got a big situation here. And I'm calling on you guys because a lot of those channels, those pop-up channels that clickbait, they're not gonna help. They're just gonna be there. Some of them will. And we're gonna put them to the test. So I'm challenging all of you bloggers out there, all of you bloggers out there, let's come together. Let's use each other's platform, right? To spread this word. If I have to come to your platform or come on your platform, I don't have a problem. It's for my cousin, and I want the best for her, and I know there's a lot of people out there that want the best for her. So if you want to make some moves, let's start making some moves, okay? And you know where to leave the information um, if you want to help.
In the meantime,
What are we going to do about that?
Listen, here's the weird thing, right? And while you're on the View, right, I got the telephone number. I could call Joy Behar, but my number is with the Guardian. I could call my friend Rosanna Scotto. I could call Fat Joe. I could call Alex. My number is not in storage, but my Guardian person has my phone.
Yeah.
God damn.
Alex, let me ask you a
Has
question.
had it for 3 years, by the way.
She's had your phone for 3 years, and she got control of all your.
Somebody has her phone for 3 years. Somebody has her phone for 3 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's prison. I don't know how to just make that sound easy, but that sounds like prison to me. They just take away the phones. Maybe some people may call it luxurious prison, but I call it prison. Okay, Mr. Fisher says, H. Fisher. I don't know if what that H stands for, but she had no children. She was very affluent, and she lived alone after the death of her husband. He was a judge, and she was a principal. She started to lose her independence, and the facility tried to get. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is the reason why we need to fight, for certain things. And again, there's this law in the streets, right? There's law in this cultures, in a lot of cultures, to be selfish, to look at people in a different way. That's why I'm trying to put a challenge out here for all of you podcasters to come together with me, and let's try to do something. If you want to reach out to me and you want to do something, let me also put down a number, right? And this number I'm going to keep up. I'm I'm gonna keep this number up. All right. I'm gonna keep this number up, right? If you want to participate, and I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Okay, I gotta bring this back. Sorry about that. Okay, I lost you guys for a minute there. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna put up this number, right? And this is for the people that want to actually physically get involved, and they want to actually physically um, lend a hand. Okay, this is not about clickbait. This is not about me trying to get views. Um, this is not about none of that. It's about gathering people together, right? Instead of us thinking about making money, right? Instead of us thinking about the views and the clicks, let's change the narrative and let's do something for somebody and make a difference. If we can show the world that we actually genuinely care, right? And it's really not about the money and it's not about the views. My comment section will be loaded, right? Loaded with people, right? That I could just go to, right? In my comment section on YouTube, I can just click on you and I can say, okay, this person is down. Um, again, I don't know if I can reach you through YouTube because that's maybe a little tricky. Okay, we got a continuation of this. Okay, so let's just read it again. The story that of someone else that had a situation, and I think this is part 2. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. This is a someone in the comments saying that they've experienced this happen to somebody in their family. So it says she had no children. She was very affluent and she lived alone after the death of her husband. He was a judge and she was a principal. She started to lose her independence and the facility tried to get, okay, it doesn't continue there, but that is how my husband aunts came into our lives. It got really crazy and they basically took her money. Just sad. Believe they drugged her in some way that she lost her life. This is again, and she did mention right on the Breakfast Club that they were trying to give her some kind of pills or stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she said she may have taken it twice. Shanna says, looks like a Britney Spears type situation. Yeah, Shanna, it really is. It really is. And, you see how that whole situation blew up and everybody came to her defense. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what we're trying to make happen here. So I put my number down, 929-844-7544. And, hashtag free Wendy. Let's blow that up as well. And let's look at it like this, right? If we look back at Wendy's past and look at all the stuff that she brought out about other people, right? There would not be, well, I'm not going to say it would not be a situation right now, but I'm going to tell you the things that she was talking about was actually true. And she got a lot of flack for that. and she got fired from the radio station, and she had to go work all the way in Philadelphia, Power, I think it's Power 99 or something like Power, whatever. She had to go all the way to Philly and be a part of the radio station because of Diddy done did it again. The diddler done did it again. And so Diddy's been doing that, shutting people down, closing their mouth, getting them fired, all this kind of stuff. He's been doing this for many, many years. And she just brought light to that. So again, I'm going a little bit slow here because you know why? Because like I'm really trying to speak from my heart and kind of speak to y'all about, speak to y'all real and think about actually everything that I say. Because I'm gonna tell you something. As a cousin, like I saw a lot of the stuff that was going on, and I did want to come out and say something. I did want to speak on it, but it was just like, the family. There's certain things that we can't say, and I guess that's it in the nutshell. But I know when she was down there in Florida, I knew the party and the Get family and everything as far as graduation is concerned and stuff like that. I don't really say nothing because I just sit back and I look at how the algorithm just sucks this thing up, and the media just sucks this thing up, and the false narratives that are projected, like she's unfit. I told my friends would come to me and they're like, yo, that's your cousin. Like, how's she doing? Like, she's really bad. Like, wow, I really feel sorry. I'm like, yo, listen, what you need to do is you need to stop looking at YouTube. Everything that you see on YouTube it's not for your enhancement of your brain cells. It's to keep you going on with a narrative. You follow what the algorithm puts together, and we fall right into it. So yes, this is a Britney Spears situation. Hey, T's World, how you doing? Karma at its funny. Yeah, well, listen, I hate T's World. I remember T's World from my cousin's channel. But I know that this is karma at the finest for Diddy. Again, I've been in this industry for a minute, and there was a time when everybody around me was flamboyant, right? And it was a bit of uncomfortability because you want to do this, you want to do that, but you also see the flamboyance, you see the energy in the room is kind of flamboyant, and so when someone makes a proposition or stuff like that to you, me personally, I was from the street. I'm from the Bronx. I'm not gonna say I'm from the street, but I'm just saying I'm from the hood. I know what was popping. Like, my instinct before was to physically deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the most ultimate disrespect. Nowadays, you just can't up and deal with somebody like that, because you'll go to jail. These situations with Diddy has been going on for a long time. I'm not going to really get too much into that because, to tell you honestly, this is not that kind of show. This is not that kind of platform where I just talk about everything, because I'd rather talk about what's going on in space. Talk about these aliens that you know that the government is talking about, that they're finally saying that we are not alone. Michael Jackson, right? We are not alone. So yeah. So anyway, listen. Support the situation. Support the cause. You know what I'm saying? Leave your information. You know, I just I put down the number. If you want to send a text to that number and leave your information, that's fine. That should be good enough. That should suffice. If you text and leave your information. All right. Now, um, again, I woke up to this. Um, uh, I woke up to this, and like I said, usually I don't make too many comments, but today I had to really make a comment because just seeing the emotions, Diddy stuff, Diddy stuff, decades. Yeah, yeah, Diddy been doing it for decades, man. You know, and it's not just, you know, Diddy's been doing it for decades. There's a lot of people been doing it for decades. You know, let's go back and listen to some more of this stuff we got going on here, man. Let me just
bank accounts and everything. Wow.
I
Okay.
said-
Right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Now, Alex,
but that's what the news report said. The news report said she has control of your bank accounts and everything.
Besides the Instagram and the social media, who can we write? Who can we stay on top of? Whether it's her boss, what agency? Because has to go bigger than just social media.
You want me to? I'll send people up there.
Please.
We got the address. You want me to just? I'll put the address out there right now.
Well, let's not send people up there.
We have a mob outside of that facility.
Yeah, we can pick it outside. You can pick it outside and do that outside.
Do not do that.
Okay, so they're talking about sending a mob over there or whatever the case may be. I don't know why he even said that, because you know a mob will go over there if they find out where she is. You know, a mob will go over there and you know, and I don't know. I would do it. I would do it. You know what I mean? I would do it. I would get a whole bunch of people and go over there and bum rush that whole facility. You know what I mean? Make them feel uncomfortable. You know, but then what they'll probably do is they'll probably move her. You know what I mean? They'll probably move her. You know, so that probably wouldn't be a good idea. So sometimes we got to really think before we make a move. You know, but if someone knows about the bill that is supposed to be passed, if you guys can help me on that note, that'd be cool, because again, there's a bill that's on the table. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Google or whatever the case may be, but there's a bill on the table that will allow better treatment for people that are under guardians. And that means allowing the family to reach out, to, you know, conversate back and forth, you know, and visits and stuff like that. So yeah, no, we definitely hoping to make some changes here. Again, if you are out there or if you're in the New York area and you are able to help fight for this cause, free Wendy, hashtag free Wendy. And even if you got a camera and you want to get footage, you know, we can go out there, you know, and just keep on using everybody's platform, you know, to see if we can make change. Now they're also talking about she needs a lawyer or whatever the case may be. I don't know if that's exactly what they're saying, that she needs a lawyer. And again, her sister's a lawyer, you know, and her sister's been very supportive in her life, and that's very important. You know, if you don't have family in this situation, trust me, it could turn bad. It could turn bad for you. You know, no, it is what it is, man. We like I said, I'm going to try to get everybody to come together. This is a serious thing I'm going to do here, and I'm like I said, I'm going out to City Hall, and I'm going to be making some visits to some politicians and find out um, what this bill is, and you guys can come with me. But you have to subscribe to the channel. Go over there to Like It Really Is Unplugged, and hit that subscribe channel. I'm sorry, hit that subscribe button and the bell so that every time that I come on live, you guys will be the first to actually catch me while I'm in action. You know what I mean? So if I'm in City Hall and I got the mayor or whatever or whoever that's in charge right there, boom, we good money. Okay? Anyway, I think that's about it I got to say. That's all I got to say today. I know I've been on here for already an hour talking and like, yo, I'm done. I just want to say all of my friends from back before, people that I know and has been on this channel, I hope that you are doing well, especially Beverly. Shout out to her. I hope she's doing well. I always think about you guys and always think about, the moments that we spent in COVID online. And again, it's about forgiving. And if you can forgive, you don't have to forget, but you can forgive, then that means that you're growing. But if you can't forgive, you're not going to grow. You're not growing. And even in the higher ages, we really have to especially learn how to forgive. You know what I mean? So as far as Wendy's concerned, let's learn how to forgive her. All you people out there that's saying, this is her karma. I get it. I understand. I understand that part of it. I understand because that women gossiping thing and that but she started out doing that. That was her job on the radio, and that was what she did. And so, okay, all right. I don't know if you guys heard that, but anyway, that was her job. That's what she did. And so I'm not going to knock her for what she did, even though like I said, sometimes it didn't turn out right with me. But I've learned how to forgive her. Right. And the thing about it also is that I'm down here in New York City, and a lot of the family is in Florida or in New Jersey. Here's a suggestion for you guys. Not for you, but for the family, my family. I'm down here in New York City. I can do better good for the family being here than you being all the way out there. Learning how to change your thinking is so important. What are you saying there, Fisher? He says, yeah, but everyone was listening. Yeah, we mean everybody was listening. I don't understand what do you mean by that? Explain that. Yeah. Everybody was listening to her radio, her productions and stuff like that. Everybody was into it. Even I would listen to some of the stuff, I didn't listen to a lot of her stuff, but I listened to some of her stuff. You know, pretty entertaining to me. You know, so I don't think that. I think that it gave us everybody a little bit of something, and a lot of times, a lot of these gatekeepers, man, they get away with so many things. Like these people get away with so many things in the industry. Like as you can see, you know, they have these guardianship. Just imagine if there was some stars in the past, like the Four Tops or any of these other places, other not say other places, other groups that have had these situations where you know they were under guardianship. You know, it's got to be some history behind this. It's got to be history behind it. You know. But anyway, listen, I've been yapping, yappity, 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 and I think I'm pretty much done. I think I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for watching Like It Really Is with Maurice. And until next time, and I mean next time, very soon, I will be back on and we're going to continue this conversation because I'm serious about the things that I'm going to do. All right. So this is really not a joke. Shanna, Flip, thank you for stopping by. T's World, thank you for stopping by. H. Fisher, thank you for stopping by. And everybody else that is on my Facebook channel, on my YouTube channel, I hope you stop by again. I hope you come back again. Come back, come back. You know what I mean? Come back. I think we got some things to do. We got some work to do, and I can't do it without you. All right. So until next time, peace, hair grease, and what else? Yeah, peace and hair grease, yo.